how important is it that this relationship between Egypt and Jordan, and the fact that they have been so close together and so in lockstep with each other in every single announcement and every single stance? How important is that?
This is a time-long relationship. This is nothing new. The relationship has been extending across decades, and history. History is there to prove it, and I believe that, and there are many ways to prove it across years. But I must say that of course, there are also sometimes a bit of a closeness of the borders between the two sides, and I believe that this territorial continuity is important in making the solution that would be and to making the solution of a possible forced displacement of the Palestinians very unlikely. And Jordan has not been withdrawn from any of the international agreements, and on the contrary, it has been very much in support of Egypt's policies, internal and external. And I believe that this consensus, again, is one of the most important extension of the culturalism and political same line of thinking, and this is very important in imparting a political solution, because military solutions are never the final word. The final goes to diplomacy and to politics, and we're trying to de-escalate and diffuse the tension, and everyone naturally is seeking to apply the resolution of the United Nations, and this is very important in giving the Palestinian cause a strong push forward at on international platform, on international and I believe that this further needs further nurturing, so as to make sure that we are really able to give this sort of coalition, if I dare say, the maximum impetus in. And when there is a threat on the West Bank, it is understandable that Jordan should be even further worried, and that it would be seeking some sort of political voice that would a humanitarian voice that would give it all the support needed to eventually to make sure that the international community would really understand the depth of the problem and come to terms with a solution that would be acceptable, and that would be certainly beyond the painful solutions that were suggested. And there has been already much and I believe that given that there is an extremely high political commitment and a political will that is obviously expressed by the heads of state, means that this should have all the impetus needed.
And King Abdullah II has stressed the importance of the two-state solution, and that being the only way to guarantee regional stability. He said this to a U.S. congressional delegation. President Sisi has also reiterated comments on the two-state solution. Do you think this has any chance of getting through to the U.S. administration, especially as Jordan and Egypt are standing together? Does this have any chance of getting through to the American administration under Donald Trump?
let's break the problem. We have to understand. I mean, we're talking of individual Arab states and eventually an Arab coalition, and even including also an Islamic coalition. And there is the meeting between Netanyahu and Mr. Mark Rubio of late is only a further proof of what I'm saying, because if the situation is to be diffused properly, we'll have to think to have a unified Arab vision, which is crucial in this respect, and to have its say on an in an international platform, and believe that the Palestinians are looking for this from us, and we are there to do it, with whether in the face of Netanyahu or in the face of Trump. And of course, I mean, as we know, the International Criminal Court is pursuing Mr. Netanyahu, and Mr. Trump is trying to come to terms with a possible solution whereby there will be some forced migration and displacement, which is a solution that is definitely refuted. It's a plan that is doomed to fail, and the only resolution I can see is effectively to have this unified Arab front, including the Palestinian Authority, and to come up with a solution that would be acceptable to every party.